Sa banda.
Yung buto mo. Nafe-feel mo? Hindi, yung buto mo lang.
Dito?
Ayun. Okay. Hindi makasakitan, no?
Sakto na.
Sige. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Naglalong. 3, 2, 1. Grabe naman sa hingaglalong.
Mura ba yung go?
Wala nagawa. Pero itong first time ni mo, sakit?
Gamay. Very dapit.
Sakitan kung magtanaw, mas kina ako na ano. Muna every time na yun ko, mag-inject ko, kulbaan ko. Okay, press muna natin saglit. Yay. Pero itong sa peak.
Got my boy juice. Feel better already. The funniest part was like, so my move it, like the motorcycle, we arrived like perfectly like 10 minutes before closing. So that was awesome. And funny fucking part was also when he was like, oh, what are you getting done here? And I was like, I don't know how to explain that. So I was like, I'm just getting a vaccine. He was like, oh, maybe I should get one too.
I know it's mad, but if I go to hell, will you come with me or just leave? I know it's mad, but if the world were ending, would you kiss me or just leave me? Just leave me.
Okay, so I just got home, and I guess to end this video, we can talk about like the mental stuff in between the last shot and now, because it's kind of crazy. And I don't know, man, like it's just that feeling of like, okay, it's just that feeling of like I wanted to also not let my voice drop a lot while I couldn't train it, because obviously I want to keep up my range and like singing and stuff, and singing through the changes. I've found that it has been really helpful with adjusting to my voice slowly lowering. So right now it's about 50% when it comes to being recovered. So I can sing, but it's not yet at 100%, which is why I also had to turn down a bunch of shows. Just so that, you know, I could rest my voice, because I don't want to half-ass shit. So, I don't know, it's this feeling of like, I've been feeling like really weirdly helpless, because it's, I don't know if it's just because of like fear-mongering and stuff like that about like, voice. So I was like, I can't like have it drop while I'm sick, because then like by the time I'm okay and it's dropped, it'll be harder to train. Like, it's not like I'm gonna be like sick for a really, really long time, you know? I feel like a lot of it is just irrational fears. Somewhat rational, I guess, but I guess anxious shit. But I guess what I'm trying to say is the feelings in between I started to get really mad at myself slowly. It started to feel like before I ever went on T. Like, I don't really mind spacing it out according to my own transition goals, but there were times when it started to feel like, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like, obviously the greasiness is something I struggle with, like, because of the T and like hypersensitivity in like the bottom area, and like, what else? It's like overall H-wordness, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's there's a lot of things that like I would obviously rather do without like excessive body hair. I don't mind it on other people, but for me, it bothered me, so I literally just like shaved my legs yesterday for the first time since I was like 19. So that's crazy. I realized I want to be the type of guy with hairless legs, so you know, be like a feminine guy like that. I love that because when I was like back then, like a few years ago, I was like, why am I even still doing this? Who am I trying to impress? And felt like I was giving into the patriarchy or something like that. So it's like whatever. But now that I don't feel like that applies to me in this context of, I mean, like obviously I'm still affected by the patriarchy. A lot of people still think I'm a girl, whatever. But in this context of it, I feel less like I relate to that sentiment. It's like, yeah, no, I want to be the kind of guy with hairless legs. Anyways. So, yeah, I noticed I was getting like more and more mad slowly at things. Things started to affect me more. Like I would take things really personally, like literally just today. So yeah, it's a lot. It felt like at first it was fine. And then like the last week was like super rough. Just felt like I was starting to get affected by things that don't usually affect me when I'm on tea. But the effects of tea when I was at the gym though were like super lasting, so that was great. Like I felt really strong. I didn't even take creatine because it bothered me that it was making me bloat so much. Yeah, for sure I think it's probably gonna give me water retention again, because that kind of went away amongst other things. But I think I'm slowly figuring out what intervals work for me, because I went 3 shots, right, and then like off of it for 4 weeks, on it again. I think I'll probably do the same thing. So yeah, yeah, pretty much. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say for now. It's just I'm starting to notice the difference of how good it feels to be on it and how shit it feels to not be on it. Like I could feel all my old emotions coming back, because like it's like when you're on tea, it feels like you constantly have this feeling of like you're like on cloud 9, like whoa, like my body is like working with me towards a goal, and like even if there are some stuff that I would rather do without, still felt worth it. So yeah, towards the end it was like really rough. Like today, lack sleep was affecting my bipolar, and I was just really feeling weird because like me and one of my bandmates were like writing a song yesterday for the album, and it's literally the second song on the album, and it was already starting to like get really meta for me. And when shit starts to get meta for like me relating the world building of the album to my life, that's when I know things are getting bad for me mentally, because like it just does. Like I just know, because I've been working on this concept since like as far back as like 2022, 2023. Anyways, yeah, I need to walk my dogs, do a bunch of stuff. Sorry for the slower uploads. I'll be posting the birthday vlog from September before this, and I will probably start doing the short updates tomorrow, I guess. But I think it's probably gonna be the same as the first few weeks that I documented it. But if I notice anything, I'll let you know. This situation is still going strong, and my eyebrows. So yeah, see you, and see you whenever. Bye. It should go without saying that like the stuff that I say on here are like pretty somewhat TMI, because they're talking about side effects and whatnot. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Please don't be creepy and weird or rude. This is for archival purposes, like I always say, and also for the information of the people who want to know about the experience for themselves, or I guess to educate themselves and be better allies. So yeah.
I have a question to ask you. Why this Pierce the Veil shirt? Why is this the one you always pick out to bite? Like, what's with this shirt? Or are you just a fan of Pierce the Veil?
Wait. Kiat. Need to take a Tums. I'm getting like acidity. Shit.